What is up, y'all? It is your boy All That back again with another MyRise video, and this is a different one. Basically, when I recorded this video, I had my face cam like I usually do, but for whatever reason, it just did not pick up the audio from the face cam. So I delayed this video, decided to wait till after WrestleMania to try and salvage it. And basically, what my plan is to just make it a WrestleMania review while it also be a MyRise video, add commentary over it, because ironically enough, this was going to be the finale. So it's a second way to end it, but we're here, so let's just see what we can do.
Kayla, night one of WrestleMania was an incredible experience, but all of the focus now is on what happened after the undisputed champion defeated Brock Lesnar.
That's right, Byron. Roman Reigns made a shocking return by laying out the champion right after his successful main event defense.
The Dark Horse slayed the beast, but immediately fell to the head of the table. Roman Reigns then issued a challenge for tonight.
And the undisputed champ accepted. For the first time in WrestleMania history, one superstar will be main eventing both nights.
In addition to Charlotte Flair's huge Women's World Championship defense against Gigi Dolan, the WWE Universal title will be on the line.
The undisputed champ will defend against Roman Reigns, who stated that his only interest is taking back his Universal title.
At midnight tonight, whichever man wins will walk out the longest reigning WWE Universal Champion in history.
Get ready for history to be made on night 2 of WrestleMania.
You made it!
I told you. I wouldn't miss this for the world. How are you feeling? You ready?
You know, I've been getting the hell beat out of me for days. My ribs ache so bad it hurts to breathe, and knowing Miz, I'm sure I'll have something up his sleeve.
Typical Sunday night, then?
Pretty much.
I'd give you the full Churchill, but I don't think you need inspirational speeches anymore.
No?
You're a champion. Twice over. You've more than fulfilled your potential, so I'll save the pretty words for the next kid coming up.
Thanks, Regal. For everything.
You look like a man who walked out of a bar fight and into a prison riot.
I feel like hell. I think I'm the only person in this stadium who believes I'm going to win.
Why the hell would you say that?
Come on, man. You hear the locker room. They've been saying I'm a fluke since day one.
Oh, poor me. No one believes in the Dark Horse. Get a hold of yourself.
I'm just being real.
Seriously, in 3+ years as champion, I would have thought you'd learn to silence the voices in your head.
I mean, I guess I just...
You're so used to others doubting you that you won't let them believe in you. Logan Paul, Rhodes, Lesnar, they were all doubters, and look at what you did to them. You were NXT champion. Roman never did that.
Maybe you have a point.
You're damn right I do. You might not feel like it, but you're not the Dark Horse anymore. You're the favorite. So go out there and prove the biggest doubter of all wrong.
Let's go.
All right, basically, let me just start off by saying wrestling is great right now. It is the best TV you can watch at the moment. I love WrestleMania 40. I even watched some of Stand and Deliver. Raw After Mania was good. I'm recording this on Wednesday, and you know they just aired in AEW the backstage all-in footage and all that, which was stupid. But I might as well, you know, talk about WrestleMania review, my thoughts on it, where I think storylines are gonna go. So I'll start from the beginning to the end. So first off, we had Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch. It's a pretty good match. I thought it was a good idea to open the show. Definitely start off hot. I don't think it was as good as Rhea versus Charlotte last year, but still a good match nonetheless. It went for about, what does it say, 17 minutes. Rhea won clean, which is all I asked for. So I definitely can't complain. I think when Becky Lynch comes back, she should definitely turn heel. Attack who? I don't know, but maybe a little character change. Have her off TV for a while, you know. What do we have next? Oh, this is one of my favorite matches, the tag team ladder match. I was probably most excited for this match. I was, outside of Roman versus Cody, I was probably excited for this the most. But I agree with the winners. I'm glad they split up the tag titles. I knew it was definitely going to get split up when we seen like both titles like literally like 10 feet apart. I thought they were all going to be under one like hook, and you know. But basically, they had the right winners. A-Town Down Under was the right choice for SmackDown. I'll talk about what I think is next for them. There were so many different spots in this match. Like, I don't even know where to start. After Waller grabbed the titles, he got put through a ladder. JD McDonough got involved later in the match and got thrown off a ladder through the table outside of the ring. Dang, what else happened? I don't know, but R-Truth is the funniest person in WWE history. I think it's fair enough to say that. With all due respect to other guys like The Rock and like, I don't know, Santino Marella, he is hilarious. He every time he doesn't miss. And then he finally got his WrestleMania moment. Him and The Miz winning the tag titles. Never would have thought. Awesome Truth. I watched them in 2011, right when I started watching wrestling, and here we are, 13 years later. Somehow they won the tag titles. They won it for Raw. I don't know if they're gonna hold it for that long. They teased going like the Judgment Day, going back for the titles on Raw after Mania, which I'm glad they didn't like drop the titles the next night. That would have sucked. So I think they're gonna hold them for about a month, probably losing back to Judgment Day, probably Finn Balor and either Dominic or JD. Let's see what we had next. What did we have next? We had Rey Mysterio and Andrade with the rest of LWO versus Santos Escobar and Dominic Mysterio. I didn't care about this match. I'll be honest. Going into it, I did not care all that much. The only thing I wanted beforehand was for Santos and Dominic to win, because I felt like they needed that. Now, I didn't watch the whole match because I had to go make a quick run, so I had to watch it on my phone while I was, I had the audio playing on my phone while I was driving at least, so I didn't get to see it fully. I heard some good things about it. I never went back and watched it. It was wrong winners in my opinion. They just did a celebrity spot, had Jason Kelsey and Lane Johnson get involved. Whatever. Rey Mysterio just refuses to put Dominic over. He doesn't. I don't know, man. It wasn't a bad match. I just never really had that much interest to begin with. I don't know. Eventually, we're gonna get Carlito's heel turn. I thought they were gonna do it at WrestleMania, but then they did a celebrity spot, so I guess they're saving it for SmackDown probably. But Carlito definitely needs to turn heel. I do want to say that Rey Mysterio is the least loyal person ever. He has a whole faction. He has Carlito and the other two, Cruz del Toro and What's his name? Hakeem Wild. Yeah. He has both of them, and still went outside of his group to first recruit Dragon Lee to be his tag partner, and then he gets taken out by, they're saying it's the Legado del Fantasma, but it was really Carlito, we know that. And then he still didn't choose anybody from his own faction and chose Andrade. He deserves it, to be honest, because even if you look back a few years ago when Dominic turned on him, he chose Edge to be his tag team partner instead of Dominic. So he gets with, I don't feel bad for him. I really don't. He's a legend, but I don't feel bad for him. He's not loyal at all. What was the next match? Oh, this one was the most disappointing match of the whole show. You could honestly say it was the worst match of all of WrestleMania. Not even joking, and it hurts me to say this. Jimmy Uso versus Jey Uso. They needed a stipulation so bad, bro. They needed a stipulation, because now you're forcing them. They already have the same moveset. You play as both of those characters in WWE 2K. It's literally like the same person. Super kick, dance move into a punch, Uso splash. Like, that was really the whole match. They were doing super kicks like they were punches. They needed a stipulation so they didn't have to use their moveset. They needed either they're in Philadelphia, so you could do some, you know, promotional City of Brotherly Love Street 5 scene, like, Asante Zap say that. I like watching his videos. He's a good content creator. Or you could have just did like Tribal Combat, made it like that. Rikishi didn't get involved. It just did not live up to expectations, to be honest. It was just, for two twins, they had zero chemistry. It was kind of sad to see, to be honest. That was the lowest point of the show, probably of both nights of WrestleMania. What was the next match? Oh, Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, and Naomi beat Damage Control. It was really just a Jade Cargill show. You know, wait for her to get the hot tag, do a few moves and win, just to show her off. I actually do like the trio of Jade, Bianca, and Naomi. I wonder if they're going to keep that going for a while. They were calling themselves the Big Three, so, you know, who knows. It was a decent match. Well, I really don't have much to say about it, to be honest. What was... That just was what it was. The next one was probably the best match of night one. To some people, Sami Zayn versus Gunther. I did not think there was a chance at all. Hold on, I want to let this cutscene play. Then I'll talk about it.
The undisputed champion hit Reigns with his own move. Hold on, Roman's got a hold of the champion.
Reigns has locked in a guillotine submission. What is Miz doing out here?
He's calling for the bell. Miz must have heard the champ give up. This is Montreal all over again. No.
Not tonight, Miz.
SmackDown's GM is out cold. Call off the match and get help for the Miz.
Reigns on the move, guys.
Roman.
But the champ moved. Reigns just broke one of our producers in half.
I never liked that guy.
Miz's last-ditch attempt to screw the dark horse out of the WWE Universal Championship has ended in carnage.
It looks like this war will continue. A rope step.
All right, basically, so like I was saying, arguably the best match of night one was Sami Zayn versus Gunther. I did not think there was a chance at all of Sami winning this match. Like, going into it, I was still thinking it should have been Gable. If they didn't tease Gable going into Mania to face Gunther, then I would have been fine with it, with Sami versus Gunther initially, which, you know, looking in hindsight, it was one of the best matches of WrestleMania. And I think one of the main reasons I didn't think Sami had a chance is because I believed that Cody was going to win. And I didn't think there was a chance that they would have Gunther and Roman both lose their titles at WrestleMania. But it was, once Sami was starting to make his entrance, and then you see, you know, him getting hyped up, talking to his family, talking to Chad Gable, talking to Kevin Owens, I was like, he might actually win this. And then the match starts going, Sami's getting, you know, crushed, whatever, the usual. Gunther starts getting cocky, talking to his family, and dude, it was. Where do I go from here? What do I say? What do I even have to say? Gunther started talking trash. They gave Sami a little bit of offense. Gunther was talking trash to his wife, who was sitting ringside, and Sami, perked up, got hyped up, hit a haluva kick while Gunther was on the top rope, then hit him with a crazy brainbuster. Like I've never seen. I know Sami used to do it, especially like on independent scene. I just never seen him do it on, TV or since I've been watching him. It looked nasty. It looked cool too. Then he ended up hitting him with, I think, 2 more haluva kicks. Then I was like, they actually are gonna do this. 1, 2, 3. Sami ended Gunther's reign. There was for maybe a few hours, I still felt like that could have been Gable. Maybe it should have been Chad Gable, but it was still a good match nonetheless. But here's what I think is going to happen. Monday Night Raw. Oh, crap. I just messed up the media file. Give me a second. All right. Dang it. What was I? Oh, so Chad Gable on Raw was like, you owe me a favor. Yada, yada, yada. They just had a match with Imperium. Sami tagged him in. Raw next week is going to be in Sami's hometown of Montreal. And this is what I think is going to happen. I think Sami's going to beat Gunther. I mean, not Gunther. He already beat Gunther. He's going to beat Gable. And then Gable's going to win a rematch. Or whatever. Either Gable's going to turn heel that night and attack Sami after the match in front of his hometown. Which, I'm actually excited for this story. Maybe it will end up being worth it. Then we have, Backlash? He's in France. Maybe they'll run it back there. Or he could, extend it even more. You could have Sami win, yada, 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 have his moment in front of his fans, his family in Montreal. Gable wants a rematch. He doesn't turn heel yet. Loses again. This time he turns heel, yada, yada, yada. Then they have another match. Gable finally beats him. They've had Gable training Sami this whole time. If you do a student becomes the master type, whatever. I don't know. I just think that's where they're going with the Intercontinental title. But the main event of night 1 was The Rock and Roman versus Cody and Seth Rollins. This surprised me. Actually, no, I wouldn't even say it was surprised. I would say The Rock surprised me. Normal Roman tag match. Normal Roman match starts off slow, filling out process. The Rock is hilarious. He told the ref, if you count, you're fired. It pretty much became a tornado tag, no DQ match. It was great. It was great. Good TV. Hey, what happened here? What happened? I think, okay, so just skipping ahead, we had The Rock tag in and pin Cody Rhodes. I think that's gonna lead, especially what we've seen on the Raw, to, I just lost by the way, to Cody and Rock at, I want to say SummerSlam. I hope at SummerSlam. And there's also been rumors of Roman's next appearance is going to be the SmackDown before SummerSlam. So I think by the time we get there, we get Cody versus The Rock. Roman's going to cost The Rock the match. Because as soon as Roman's out the picture, we get The Rock the next night. He wants Cody's title. And Roman always said the title was what makes him the tribal chief. Months ago, The Rock said, should I sit at a bar? Should I sit at in a booth? Or should I sit at the head of the table? The Rock wants to be the head of the table. He never really cared about Roman. I think that's the story going into next year. And I'll elaborate more on that. I'm going to move over to night 2 where we started off with Drew McIntyre. How much time I got? I got 9 minutes to talk about the rest of the show. All right. Now, Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins. And I guess you could say it's a glorified finisher fest, but it was a really good one. I was so happy. For 5 minutes and 46 seconds, I was so happy that Drew McIntyre finally got his moment. CM Punk on commentary was perfect. It was perfect. And then we had Damian Priest cash in after Drew McIntyre started mocking CM Punk. He tweeted during the match. That was funny. And then tweeted after the match. But CM Punk attacked Drew McIntyre. Took his brace off, who I guess CM Punk's a lot closer to being clear to come back than we think. I did not want Damon Priest to cash in and ruin Drew's moment initially, but they did it so perfectly that I'm not even mad at it. I'm not even mad at it at all. I'm happy for Damon Priest, especially when you hear about his story, him being homeless so long ago, or 10 years ago, and now he won. You know, it was a good moment. Very well done. And we got Clash to the Castle in a few months. I think that's when Drew gets the title back. Finally gets his moment, but he still hasn't re-signed with the WWE, but throw him the max, the super max contract. Next was the Pride, Bobby, the Prophets versus the Final Testament. It was a good match. It was an entertaining match. Yeah, Bubba Ray Dudley and as special guest referee and Snoop Dogg in commentary. So they made it entertaining, even though, you know, there wasn't that much interest going in, but they had a good showing. It wasn't a bad match by no means. Just it was there, crowd pleaser. What was next? LA Knight, yeah, versus AJ Styles. It's probably LA Knight's best match of his career. It was a really good match. AJ Styles' new theme song sucks. Deaf Rebel is really deaf because they do not be listening to what they be making. That was. Yeah, go back to his old theme song. We were hoping. What was it? What's his TNA theme song called? Ain't No Grave or something like that. And it was like all emo stuff, Aces and Eights era and all that. Yeah, people were expecting that, and we got some garbage. So that sucked. Then we had, right person won. LA Knight beat AJ Styles. Hopefully at some point we get LA Knight versus Logan Paul, because I think that's the only person that could really dethrone Logan Paul for the U.S. title. Then we had, what was next? Oh, speaking of Logan Paul versus Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton in a triple threat. This was a really good match. I'll be honest, like outside of like the Pride versus Final Testament or Rey Mysterio and Andrade versus Santos and Dominic, this is probably the match not that I didn't care about it, but it was like I wasn't that overly excited about it. I knew it was going to be a good match, but it was a predictable one. They put on the show. And then you had Speed, who I think he went off script. Randy Orton looked actually pretty mad at him, and Sparta kicked him. But Randy got him on top of the announce table and RKO'd him, barked at him. I was dying laughing. Good television. Great television. What was next? What was after that? Logan Paul won that. Then we had a really good match between Bayley and Io. Actually, no. Let me reverse. I think what's next for Randy Orton is, I think him and Kevin Owens are going to be a tag team. Probably call it like, oh, I paused right here. Oh, dang. Wait, why did I pause? Okay, never mind. Yeah, I think Randy Orton and Kevin Owens are going to become a tag team for a while. Probably go after Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. It makes sense. Call them like team. You could say RKO, but you could say like RKO wins or whatever. I'm just spitballing, but I think that's the next plan for them because they have really good chemistry, and you know, I think that's eventually we're gonna get Randy Orton versus Logan Paul 1-on-1. I'm imagining, but I do think for now we're gonna get KO and Randy going after the SmackDown tag titles. Next was Io versus Bayley. Really good match. This worried me because like you already had Gunther lose. I was predicting Cody to win. So I was like, okay, Gunther already lost. There's no way Io win. There's no way Bayley wins and Cody wins back to back, because WWE never does like, you know, back to back baby faces winning at WrestleMania. I've seen this pattern. It's either gonna be heel wins, babyface wins, or babyface wins, heel wins. But why is my thing glitching out? Hold on, give me a second. Alright, so next we had Io versus Bayley. Where was I at? This was a really good match. I was saying that usually WWE doesn't usually do babyface wins. It's usually like heel wins, babyface wins, or babyface wins, heel wins in the main event. So once Bayley won, I was stressing out. I was like, oh my god, there's no way Cody wins. Cody's not going to win this match. Or I don't know. I felt like Bayley should have won, but that was mostly because I didn't think Gunther was losing either. So once like all three of them getting dethroned, Io, Bayley, and Io, Gunther, and Roman, that was shock. I won't lie to you. Oh crap! This match is almost over. I'm trying to finish it. Okay, main event we had Cody versus Roman. Greatest main event I ever seen in my life. That was emotional. We had John Cena come out. I'm gonna talk to my main part that I like. Beat Roman right here, by the way. You know what? I'll talk about it in a second.
Roman Reigns' WWE Universal title record by beating the man himself.
Correction, Byron. It's after midnight, so Roman's record has officially been shattered.
It's a new day and a new record.
I cannot believe it. It seemed like this day would never come.
I don't think Roman can believe it either.
The whole WWE Universe is in shock. Despite all the champion's accomplishments, there were still doubters that he could pull this off, myself included.
I just want to soak this in. This is history right here.
Wait, what's this? Roman Reigns about to head to the back, but now he's stopped.
Is the head of the table about to finally acknowledge the undisputed champion?
No, no. Look at Roman's face, Cole. The champion has not seen the last of him.
Maybe not. But tonight is not about Roman Reigns. Tonight is about our record-breaking, undisputed champion. He doesn't want or need Reigns' approval because he just beat him in the middle of the ring.
That's right, Corey. Maybe it's time for you to acknowledge the dark horse after all these years.
Agreeing with you is like biting a lemon, Saxton. But WrestleMania is all about moments. And even I have to admit that this guy, well, what he's done tonight is incredible.
The champion has stepped out of Roman Reigns' shadow. He's overcome Miz's attempt to steal the title. He overcame years of obstacles. And tonight, he became a legend. For Byron Saxton, Corey Graves, I'm Michael Cole. And this is the end of WrestleMania and the beginning of a new era.
So yeah, that's pretty much how this MyRise series ends. But like I was saying, Cody versus Roman was the greatest WrestleMania event like ever. Bro, all the interference, it was overbooked just like you needed. The brawl between Jimmy and Jay was already better than their match. You got Solo get involved, Cena come out, help him. You had The Rock come out and confront John Cena. The fact that that's nostalgia now made me feel old. That was a little emotional. Now you see a whole bunch of edits on TikTok. But that happened. Rock took out Cena. Then you had The Undertaker. I was expecting Stone Cold. It seemed like it was supposed to be Stone Cold, but we had Undertaker. That shocked me. I popped for that. Then you had 3 Crossroads. Even before all the interferences, Roman versus Cody, like, it was a really good match. Like, they have crazy chemistry together. Then, dang, what happened? Oh, Cody won. Oh, no. Seth got involved in the Shield gear. Like everybody. I also thought it was Dean Ambrose. Seth got packed up immediately. Oh, but this end the video right here. But, yeah, Seth got packed up. Then at the end of the match, Roman had a choice with the chair to either attack Cody or attack Seth. Long-term storybooking. Obviously, it wasn't the plan 10 years ago, but it worked out great. You had, dang it, now the screen's black. Okay, I'm gonna find something to put right there. Probably not. Now you're just gonna hear my voice. ASMR. Roman attacked Seth. Hit him with the chair just like Seth did to him years back. That was beautiful. Like, beautiful callback. Ended up costing Roman. Cody hits 3 crossword. Gosh. It's 12:30, like, on the dot right now. Cody hit 3 crossroads. 1, 2, 3. I just fell. I just collapsed to the ground because it was beautiful. It was beautiful. Shout out to Roman Reigns because he gave me people to talk to wrestling with. Or talk about wrestling with. And when he comes back, he's going to be a babyface because when we get to Roman versus The Rock, I can't see The Rock going back to being a babyface. And when Roman comes back, he's getting cheered just because of his title reign alone. And WWE wants to turn him back into a babyface at some point. So I feel like this would be the way to do it. You know? Yeah, I think at SummerSlam, Roman cost The Rock the title. And then I ended up building to the match for WrestleMania next year. I think that's about it. That's about all I got, I guess. Unfortunate way to end the series, but you know, gotta just at least make it have an ending, you know. So I guess I said I'm gonna start the other MyRise. However, the other story mode, so be on the lookout for that. I'm glad I got this video out. I had to find time to do this part at least, because I've been had it recorded, but it didn't pick up the audio. But the next video did, so we're back on schedule. But hopefully y'all enjoyed the series. I enjoyed playing this mode. I still don't have an outro. You just listen to a black screen right now. Hopefully it still is part of the video, but yeah, like, comment, subscribe. No outro. Peace out.